Welcome back to AirSplat On Demand. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Jake.
And today we're reviewing G&G's Combat Machine M4, which you can find under the G&G section of our website for $139.99.
Yeah, so it's an M4 A1. The history is pretty straightforward. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. It's one of the most common platforms that you're going to find in Airsoft. It's what I use for my rifle, my primary. I'm so familiar with it. It's just a reliable gun. You know, that the build of it's perfect. You know, it really doesn't get much better than this.
Well, as you can see from what we're holding, it comes in both black and tan, and it's made of like a nylon and fiber, but it has a good sturdy feel to it.
Yeah, we got a video on the actual rifles page of some guy beating his front handguards and the rest of the rifle with a baton and a hammer. I don't recommend you actually do that, but he's just demonstrating as how tough his Combat Machine's M4 is. So, and the other nice thing about, again, with ABS plastic, upper and lower, is it cuts a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
I know some guys, especially young kids getting into this, you're not going to want to run around with a 9-10 pound piece of equipment. So this can easily drop weight.
So this version comes standard with the full metal gearbox, as well as 7mm oilless bushings, just like the Combat Machine's AK. It also is standard with the 6.035mm tightbore barrel.
Yeah. Just want to remind you guys, for those of you who don't already know, when it comes to tightbore barrels, especially with these mid-level guns, you got to run the nice brand of BBs on through these.
Don't be a cheapskate.
Yeah. We see it constantly. Our technicians see it with guns coming back to us jammed because they're running Walmart brand BBs that are misshapen. They got seams on there. Mm-hmm. They're unpolished. So they get stuck in that hop up and it tears up the bucking. It's not good for your gun. I mean, the best analogy I can come up with is you wouldn't buy a sports car and then run low octane fuel on it. You don't do that. So spend a few extra dollars. Get a nice brand of BBs. I recommend Excel. It's what I run through all of my guns. Or you can go with AirSplat's brand, which is they're pretty much the exact same as Airsoft Elite. They're polished, they're high precision, and they're very, very good. Again, you can see that we did our shot groups at 10 yards, 15 yards, and 20 yards as always. And then we also did our full auto at 20 yards as well. Most guns usually open up around 20 yards, but the shot group with the tightbore barrel on the M4 actually keeps it really, really tight. I was really impressed with that. And that because you can see there's little variation between the 10 and 20 yard groups. This is an M4 with a standard profile barrel. I'm really, really familiar with it, so it points naturally for me and I can get it on target really, really fast.
On average, when we chronoed this model, it was shooting at about 350 feet per second. And we recommend, for battery-wise, probably an 8.4 or 9.6 volt battery.
That's running it on a 9.6. You could probably get away with running a LiPo battery, something with a really low C rating, like 15. Anything with like a higher discharge rate than that, it's going to put too much stress on the gun. I run a 15C LiPo through the majority of my rifles, so and they hold up pretty well towards it. So you could probably get away with that with this one.
So unfortunately, with this model, we do not sell it with the battery and charger included. You'll have to buy those separately, but it does come standard with the high capacity mag.
Yeah, I'd also like to make one other note that when it comes to the hop up, the charging handle doesn't release it, so it is spring loaded. So all you have to do is pull your finger in there and pull it down, and you can make all your adjustments as necessary. The other thing I'd do with this one, I mean, clearly it doesn't need a paint job, so I'd get a rail system for it, and then probably carry the battery externally up in the front. So instead of bothering to rewire it to the rear. So
overall, I would say it's one of the better guns for a mid-level rifle.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely something that's going to outperform a lot of mid-level guns that we have on our website. Mm-hmm. And again, same deal with the AK. It's a great rifle for a low price to get you started into airsoft. I'd highly recommend it if you're considering playing. It's definitely going with a sport line model of gun.
Well, thank you for tuning in to AirSplat on Demand. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Jake.
We'll see you next time.